BeeCuzz Buzz, Floss Tube number 33. I'm Merritt Crawford. Thank you for joining me. Today is Saturday, April 22nd, 2023. I'm so excited to be here with you today. It's been a little bit of a cloudy, rainy day, but then there's been bursts of sunshine too. And it's just been a good day to prepare for my floss tube. I'm a couple of days later than usual, but I had quite a few things I wanted to get ready for this particular floss tube before I filmed. That includes our giveaways. So we'll do that at the end, so stay tuned. Thank you so much. If this is your first time for stopping by, I really appreciate it. I hope you'll be inspired and find some things that you enjoy or might want to try. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate all your comments. I try to comment on every comment back, just a little conversation with you, and thank you for your kind comments. I'll get it out in a minute. Last time, so many of you loved that Poppins bag, and I have gotten a lot of comments on it, and so I hope you maybe are inspired to make a bag. Maybe start small. Yesterday I was kind of cloudy, rainy. My daughter and I got out and ran some errands, and recently in our community Facebook page, a gentleman posted that he had daffodils and tulips for U-picks. And I thought, oh wow, I've done some U-picks around here, but it's been in the summertime with all the summer flowers, but never daffodils and tulips. So as you can see behind me, I have fresh tulips that my daughter and I went and did or picked yesterday. And it was just such a bright spot in our day. It was kind of sprinkling a little bit. We had our rain jackets on, and but you just drive up to this man's house and he's got these gorgeous gardens full of tulips and daffodils. I'm sure they were even prettier a couple of days before, but we had a blast going through there and just looking at all his beautiful tulips and the daffodils, and we picked a bouquet each, and it's just been a bright spot. So check your local areas for fun things like that. It was by donation, and he had the cups and the scissors out for people to come. You didn't have to knock on the door or anything. He just wants you to come and enjoy. What a blessing, what a sweet thing to do, and what a fun thing to do. So I hope you enjoy looking at the tulips. I just thought the colors were just so beautiful, so pretty. So that's what I did yesterday. Thursday I got to go to Craft Gallery for a stitch meetup with Anne, my friend Anne, and we just had the best time. We stitched with a bunch of other folks at Craft Gallery and went to lunch, and then came back and stitched a little more and did a little shopping, and it was just a really fun day. They have that every third Thursday from basically when they open till about 7 o'clock at night, and we didn't stay quite that long, but it was really fun. Really enjoyed it. It's always fun to be in a environment where things are just, you know, stitchy talk and just fun and lots of inspiration. And Miss Paula had some gorgeous things framed on the wall that were client stitches, and it was just fun to look at those as well. So it's a good time. So I want to share with you, I've been doing some SALs lately, and I'll share about that more, of some SALs that I completed, and not necessarily that they're over, but that I finished. And then I reached out to Christine of Hollis Hands Creates yesterday, and we had been talking a little bit about doing a Paula Vaughan SAL, or at least stitch one together, she and I, and then this kind of morphed into a SAL. So I'm excited. I'm gonna pull out my Paula Vaughns. They're just sitting on my shelf, and I just think it's a shame. I've stitched one and a few smalls of hers, but one big one that you've seen before on my floss tube. And so we chatted back and forth, and she has one she's picked out, and I have one that I've picked out. We're going to do summer stitching Paula Vaughan, and that's our hashtag. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do. We're going to start the first day of summer. So that'll be Wednesday, June 21st, 2023. And this is the book I'm going to be choosing my piece from. And I'm going to show you up close this bottom with the hat and the beautiful flowers. That's the one I'm choosing. So I'm excited. So if you have Paula Vaughan and you want to join us, anybody can join us. There's no timeline. We're just going to start on the first day of summer and enjoy stitching a Paula Vaughan again. I just think her pieces are so beautiful. A lot of times they involve a quilt. This one that I chose doesn't have a quilt, but say that, you know, the cover one does. There's one book that has quilts and Bible verses. There's just beautiful florals. So if you have a Paula Vaughan and you want to join us, please do. And it's going to be really fun, and it's going to be fun to just pull those out again and enjoy them. All right, my previous FFO I want to share with you today is from Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, a spring or summer issue. I'm sorry I couldn't find it when I got ready to show. But anyway, this is it. I finished it as a flat piece and I put it on a basket, and it was just easier to show it to you this way than to try to pick up the basket and to show it to you. And this was such an enjoyable stitch. It was so cute. All the little motifs, the little birds and the carrots and the bees and the tulips. It was just such a fun one. So if you need to know which one this is, just reach out. My email will be in the drop down box. But it was really fun to do. I did the cording, and then I had a little sunflower quilting cotton that I used for the backing of the piece. So, and I believe this is a 36 count country mocha. I don't think it's the vintage one. It's just regular mocha. Very fun. Louise stitched this one with me too, so it was fun to do together. It might be in a summer magazine. I can't remember. Anyway, Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher for sure. All right. So I have some more FFOs I want to share with you. The first one is a Blackbird design, and you've seen me share about this. This is Sweet Summer Come Again, and it's the drum. I haven't stitched this one yet, the little needle roll, but I have finished my drum, and I have it here sitting with me. I'll grab it and show you my little rocking chair. So here it is. And these are Jersey Girl Stitch Co. counting pins. Aren't they pretty? The little strawberries. And so I did a herringbone stitch around the edge on the top and the bottom. And this is a Blackbird fabric that I used for finishing. It's got crushed walnut shells, and I just love how it turned out. Just a little safety pin there with some vintage buttons hanging off the edge. And this is just a vintage rocking chair thread holder, scissor holder that I found at an estate sale. So that was Sweet Summer Come Again. And then I have the Blue Flower drum. And that is this by La Di Da. This was a pattern that a friend of mine let me borrow, and that was so kind of her. I really appreciate it. And I was able to finish it. And here it is. And again, I have some Jersey Girl Stitch Co. pins, and I just think they're just beautiful. This one will actually be a needle minder, so it will have a little magnet there that you can use as a needle minder. So just beautiful. All right, and then I have a little needle book that I made. So I have shown you this before. I had the little, I played around with an alphabet. Let me show you the book. So it's a Blackbird design book. It's a quilting book called The Garden Club, but it also has a beautiful cross-stitch alphabet in it. And let's see. There's a couple of actual cross stitch patterns in here. Here's one. There's another one. But there's a project in here that has the alphabet. It's got some wool applique in here too. So that's the alphabet that I used, and there's an actual picture of the A that I stitched. Okay, so back to the needle minder. And then the fabric I used had the little pearls. And I folded it so that this little tree would show. And then you open it up. And so I've got a place for needles here. And then this is a corner gauge made in the image of God. Got that. And then you can just tie it back. And this is just some vintage seam binding tape that I found at an estate sale. And it presses out really nice. So if you ever get some at an estate sale and it's all wrinkled, it'll press out really nice with a cool to warm iron. I did a herringbone stitch here just to kind of cover that seam. There was nothing wrong with the seam. I just thought it would, you know, add to it, and use the same thread. The thread that I used is, I'm going to use a board to show you. This is a old tattered flag thread that I found at actually it was at a rug hooking show, but she had some of her flosses there with her. And it's called New Denim Blue. It is just a beautiful, beautiful blue. So that's what this was stitched with. Alright. So that was fun. And then the last thing, it was another SAL that I did, and this one was stitch pairs. I forgot exactly the hashtag. I'll have to put it in the notes. But the Saturday Stitchers decided to stitch a pair or two or three. Some of the girls really did great and stitched more than one. I did one, and I used the pattern from Samplers and Santas. It's a free pattern on her blog, and you can go out there and get that. And I chose this one, and it's a little farm scene. There's little swans in there and a cow. Anyway, I'll pull it a little closer. Got little birds. And I just chose, I didn't do the herringbone stitch like some of them have. I just chose to leave that. And I just did the same fabric all the way around. And I had a stick from my yard and had some wool from my stash, and just did a little stem, stitch on there, and just, there you go. I thought it turned out pretty good. I love the 3D look of it. Thought it was fun. And this is just, this is a 28 count Lakeside Mariners. I think it's Mariners Compass is the name of the color of the Lakeside. But it's a 28 count, which was what was called for to make the pair. I did change the color of the house to a little more of a red color. I think I used DMC 22 for the red house. Everything else I kept the same. So if you decide to stitch this and you're thinking my red is more red, it is. It's the DMC 22 instead of what was called for. Okay, so those were my FFOs this time. So I have one finish this time, and this was JBW Eliza's French Bird SAL. I was stitching along with Annie, the proper stitcher, with Elizabeth of Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, with Kim, Contented Needle Worker Kim, and Celeste Creates, and several others joined in on the SAL and are still stitching. And so I will share that with you now. It was so fun. I actually finished it Thursday when I was at Craft Gallery, so I got to show the ladies there. So this is the pattern, and it is a small pattern. I would encourage you to make a working copy blow it up a little bit and you should be able to stitch from it. And these are the called for threads, just some beautiful pinks and greens, some DMC and then some over dyed. And I used a 32 count Tropical Stitches linen called Lily, and as I said, all the called for. So there's Eliza's French birds, and I just thought it turned out so pretty. I love all those colors, just beautiful. So thank you, Annie, for inviting me to stitch with you. I just loved stitching this, and thank you, Judy, for such a beautiful design. All right. So I'm going to share with you some whips. I don't have very many whips this time, but I do have a few that I'll share with you. So the first one is a birthday start, and I decided to start Hello Spring. It's in the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine for 2023, and I will show you the cover of that magazine. So here it is, and this is the one I chose to stitch, and Louise joined me, and it calls for DMC and 32 count antique linen, white linen, and that's what I used. And I'm still working on it, but I'm enjoying it. And I'll probably finish it similarly to how she finished it, with the check and just a simple bow, flat fold. Believe it or not, I did iron this. It's really got some hefty wrinkles there, but I did press it. So Hello Spring. This is Cherry Hill Stitchery out of the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine for spring. Okay. And then next I have Strawberry Fields Forever. This is a stitch that I'm doing for my daughter. She chose this one, and many of you are familiar with this. This is the Blackbird design out of the Magical Mystery Tour, and this is the second in the series, and I'm enjoying it. It called for let's see, 32 count Confederate Gray by Weeks Dye Works. It's now just called gray, I think they've dropped the Confederate word, but anyway, I have the linen that it was called for, and then I'm stitching with all the called for over dye. I have a really pretty strawberry cabochon and thread bling. Thank you to the sweet friend that sent this to me for my birthday. Just so pretty. And then these are all the pretty called for threads. Just good old Blackbird palette. And here I am. So since we last visited, I've finished filling in the houses windows. I've added this little fence and then some of the grass here along here, and then added the 2 fence posts and the outlines for the bricks for the fence. So I'll be filling those in soon. So won't be finished by graduation, but I'm making headway on it, so we'll get there. It's really fun. I mean, I love anything Blackbird, so it's a fun one. Okay. The next whip I have is Chocolate Bunny by Teresa Kogut, and this one is also in a Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine, and this happens to be the 2020 spring issue. And this is a picture of it in the magazine. Finished, kind of like finished flat and then finished on a board. I'm not sure how I'll finish it, maybe on a book. Let's see. So I've made some progress on this. And I keep this in this pretty bag made by my sweet friend Kathy, a Carolina cross stitcher. And this cute little bee skep made by Pete of Pete's Bee Skeps. And this is my progress. So it's coming along. This is a, let me read my notes, 32 count espresso that I bought at Craft Gallery. And it's using the called for threads, which is a combination of DMC and some overdyes. So the blue, the green are overdyes. And I can pull those out for you so you can see them. So it uses Dublin Bay. I'm going to use Dirty White by Old Tattered Flag. This is Hibiscus by Weeks and Desert Mesquite. And then it also uses a DMC that I need to borrow from another chart. But these are what I have in there for now. So the bunny will be in this one. So I did change that. In my last whip, I decided to stitch another letter out of the Garden Club book, which I just showed you a minute ago. So this time I'm going to stitch the letter L. I've still got a little thread hanging here, but I'll show you what I've got in progress so far. So there's the L, and then this is the color I'm using, which is Grungy Red by the Old Tattered Flag. So it's just a really, really pretty red, deep red, and so I'm using that. And the fabric that I'm using is a scrap that I received as a gift, and it's got some modeling, and you can see that, and it looks like it's an 18 count Aida, and I am using 2 strands of floss on this, and I really like the coverage. Pretty stitch. Okay, so those are my whips that I've worked on since we last visited. I was excited to have a finish and then have some FFOs to share with you, so that was really fun. So since we last visited, I did have a birthday, and I was treated so kindly by Stitchy Friend, so I want to share a few things. The first one up is Kathy Lansbury stitched this cute little pillow for me. Kathy, thank you so much. I just love it. It's just perfect. Those sweet little pins. Thank you, Kathy. Love it. And then, let's see. This was a birthday gift from my family. So it is the threads that you use to stitch the Summer Memories cross stitch pieces. So that's from this book, Summer Memories, and these will be all the threads that I will need to stitch all these wonderful designs. And then I also shared a piece of this with a friend. She ordered it from the Fat Quarter shop, and then we split it and shared the cost of shipping and purchase, so that was fun. I have a little bit of that to start. And then let's see, I'll share some cards. This was from Annie. Thank you so much. A sweet birthday card. And Teresa, thank you so much. And Kathy, thank you. And from Janann, thank you so much. Let's see, what else? Another friend sent me some bee dish towels, which were needed, so that was fun. And my sister sent me a couple of things, and one of the things is Mystic Fabrics. So this is a 40 count Neutrality is what it's called. So I thought y'all might like to see that. 40 count neutrality. It's got some modeling, but it's not just in your face. It's kind of a really nice piece for stitching, maybe samplers or smalls even. It's really nice. So that's Mystic Fabrics. Let's see, I can hold that maybe. So there's the address. And then I also wanted some supplies to make a thread drop using kind of similar to what I showed you, my little strawberry one or the little rabbit one that Annie made for me. And so I have some cabochons and glass that my sister gave me so I can practice or play with that. My family also gave me this cute little Busy as a Bee notepad, so cute. And then Louise did a sweet, sweet thing. She made this bag for me. Isn't this cute? Little bag, and it has all kinds of pockets in it. And she had some DMC because she sent me this pattern. So that was very fun. And she sent me the fabric to do that. Here's a close-up of that pattern. It's got some beading on it. How fun. That will be fun. Thank you, Louise. And then another Stitchy friend sent me this gorgeous bag. And some other fun things. Some buttons. And little ephemera, and look at the bag, it's birds. Thank you so much, Stitchy friend. I love it. And there were a few other little goodies in that bag too. Just everyone was so sweet, so kind. This was my card from Louise, and just really, really sweet kindnesses. This was a celebration for my 1,000 subscribers from Teresa and Anna, and look at that beautiful little bee. And this one is called the Pollinator. Isn't that pretty? So if you haven't checked out Teresa and Anna at Jersey Girl Stitch Co., I would highly encourage you to check them out and go see their beautiful counting pins. Thank you, Teresa and Anna. Okay, so I think it's time to talk about giveaways. And I just want to thank you all again. 1,000 subscribers is something that I had set a goal for, and you all helped me reach that goal. Thank you so much. And we'll just keep going. I'm enjoying this journey with you, and I hope that I've inspired you and that you will try some new things. I do have some tutorials still in the work. I've started filming the one with the little stitch sign on the spool. I heard your comments. I read your comments about the English paper piecing, so we will do that tutorial too, so stay tuned, as well as the yo-yos. I want to do some more of those. I'm going into a pretty busy family time, so just be patient. It will come. Those may have to be more summertime extra episodes because of the time commitment that it takes to film those extra ones and get all the steps so you can see each step. So I was hoping I'd get to film one before this busy time starts, but I may not. So just be patient. If I don't come right back in 2 weeks, just realize I'm in a pretty busy family time coming up. So anyway, it's exciting. It's good things. It's just going to be really busy. So now we're going to talk about giveaways. So stay tuned. I want you to listen for that, and then I do have a Bible verse to share, and I hope you'll stay for that. Okay, so giveaways. Grab my notepad here. So our big giveaway was thanks to Melinda from Lanyap Stitches, and she gave us Mary Mountain 1879, a Bristol Orphanage sampler, and it's beautiful. She is stitching it again. If you look at my last post about this sampler, she comments on that. And so I'd really encourage you to go back and look at that on Instagram. If you're on there, you can look under So Just Because, my last post. Prior to this video, I will probably post about this video, but so then it'll be the second to last, but you'll see the Bristol sampler. Melinda commented on my post. And so if you'll go look at that, she is going to be stitching it again, and she would love for more people to join in. So I need to see what kind of linen I have to be able to stitch it on, because it's a pretty big girl. So the winner is Cheryl Shaw. So Cheryl, what you need to do is, if you win any of these patterns or gifts, you need to contact me via the email in the drop-down box, and then I will either tell you how to get your prize, or I will ask for your address so that I can send your pattern to you. Or if you win the coupon for Jersey Girl Stitch Co., they will send you the coupon. Okay? All right. So Cheryl, congratulations, and thank you so much for being a subscriber and watching. All right, so the Jersey Girl Stitch Co. coupon, the first winner is So Cozy Stitching. Congratulations, Nancy. Thank you so much for watching and commenting. And then Connie Bell. Thank you, Connie. I'm so glad that you won. Congratulations. I hope you're enjoying the Souvenir Stitches. And those patterns are still available, hard copy or PDF, if you want to get a Souvenir Stitches, the horse and buggy or the bicycle built for two. They're fun in different colors, so check that out. Okay, Topiary, this is by Kesslins, Stitching by the River. Congratulations. All right, and then the Autumn by Kesslins, and this is Char J57. Congratulations, Charlotte. This one had some beads in it. All right, and then the Kesslins A Wedding Heart, and this is Liz Florum. Congratulations, Liz. And then this is Kesslins Purple Rain, and this is Julie Folks. Congratulations. And then this is Festive Season Pickle Barrels, and this is Daniela Drexen. Congratulations, Daniela. And then Pickle Barrel Starfish Wishes, Sally Dean. And then Sea Princess Sampler Pickle Barrel, and this is Susan Goto. And I hope I pronounced your names right. So congratulations, everybody. Use my email. Send me an email that you have won a prize. Tell me what you've won. I do have a list as well, so I'll compare that, of course. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Okay, so I'm going to share my Bible verse. And this is one I've decided I'm going to memorize. And my husband kind of gave me a challenge to pick a verse and memorize it and really try to take it to heart and live it out. So this is the verse. It's Psalm 109. Actually, it's two verses, 30 and 31. With my mouth, I will give thanks abundantly to the Lord. And in the midst of many, I will praise him. For he stands at the right hand of the needy to save him from those who judge his soul. So I'm going to memorize this, so maybe next time I can look at you the whole time and say it. But just so thankful for the Lord and what he's done in my life. And I'm thankful for the times that he's always there, good and bad, highs and lows. So thankful for his promises that he's always there. And I want to give thanks abundantly to the Lord. I want to verbalize that. I write it down sometimes. Sometimes I say it in a prayer. but sometimes just to say it out loud, it's a good thing. So I encourage you to make sure you're giving thanks. I really appreciate you visiting with me and encouraging me. Your comments encourage me. I hope that I encourage you and inspire you to try new things, stitch the things that you enjoy, finish them, learn from your finishing. Is it always perfect? No, but just each time you do something and you finish it, or you decide to send it out, that's okay too. I've had things framed, and then I've done some of my own finishing, or done like a flat fold. I haven't tried the framing yet, and I need to try that because I have quite a few little pieces that need to be framed. So I'll get on that. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I'm not sure when exactly I'll be back. I'm hoping maybe in 2 weeks, but we'll just have to see. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to pull that off. So it might be 3 weeks. So just stay tuned. I thank you again for watching, and have a great day.